Hello, good evening. Welcome to the couch. My name is Ama Pratt. It's a lovely Friday evening, and I'm out. I'm out of the studios. I'm in East Legon. I'm in a beautiful home. I'm sure you can tell that's making me extra excited this evening. But more importantly, this evening, tonight, I get to have a conversation with somebody that fascinates me. Let me stress on the word fascinates me no end. I will give nothing away, absolutely nothing away. We are going to be here in his his residence. I can't call it a house, let's call it a residence. We are going to be here in his residence. You're going to get to know him better. I have 1,000 questions, from watching him from afar. It's my first time getting this close, so lots of questions. I'm sure you have lots of questions as well that I hope I try to do justice too. But tonight we get to know him, we get to celebrate him, we get to encourage him if that's possible, and we get to have an enjoyable evening with him. Who am I talking about? Watch this documentary, we'll be right back.
Joshua Alabi is a Russian-trained Ghanaian academic and politician who served as the first Vice-Chancellor of the University of Professional Studies Accra from 2012 to 2016. He previously served as the rector of the same institution from 2009 to 2012 and pro-rector from 2005 to 2008. In Ghanaian politics, Alabi was the National Democratic Congress Member of Parliament for the Kowa constituency in the Greater Accra from 1997 to 2001 and Minister of State for the Greater Accra and the Northern regions respectively from 1997 to 2001.
Welcome back. Yes, Professor Joshua Alabi himself. Sir.
Yeah.
It's an honor to meet you.
It's also an honor to be with you.
Oh.
I've been watching you on television, and today I'm very privileged.
Oh, I have been watching you on television, and I'm very privileged to meet you.
Oh, I see.
Today.
Then we are both
Yes.
privileged. Yeah.
You have a beautiful home, sir.
Oh, yes. By His grace. By His grace. It's therapeutic.
Of course it is. The greens.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yes.
I was asking about who designed it.
Designed this. My wife. She designed it. She supervised everything.
Designed this.
She designed the building.
She's an amazing woman. Probably if you don't mind, can we walk?
Okay.
I want to enjoy the therapy too.
Oh, okay. Enjoy it.
So, Prof, your wife designed this.
Well, she designed and supervised the building.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And you were telling me that you've lived here for...
From 1994, I've been here, East Legon here. When I was a young lecturer at the Institute of Professional Studies. Yes.
So you've lived here from 1994?
1994, yeah.
That's serious commitment.
Well, of course, yes. I love the area. I love this place. And it's Noah land, Yes, and my old man gave me the land free of charge. Oh. So...
it has sentimental value.
Sure.
Wow. I can't wait to talk to the missus. She has to teach me a few things about,
Oh, I will link you.
Designing
yes,
and
designing.
things
Okay,
like that.
okay.
I completely love what I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so do I take it that now that, you're not actively working at the university, you spend a lot of time home?
Yeah. A lot of time home and sometimes some politics, small one. Yeah, just to be active and also to help my party. Right. I want us to come back 2025. Yeah, so I use my time for that too.
But when you're home, are you always in the porch or do you walk around like we are doing? Do you?
Okay.
Where will I find you at home?
Yeah, in the morning I sit here at the porch.
Right.
Then around 3, I come to the garden and sometimes I do some work in the office. Right. Then 6 p.m. I walk for about 30 minutes here just to get the body fit. About 30 minutes. I time myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're keeping active?
Sure, hey, you have to. You have to bend the fat and make sure that you keep long for your children and your loved ones.
Oh, I love to hear that. I completely love to hear that. So if you don't mind, let me intrude a little bit. Can we go to your office? I want to see where the magic happens.
My office?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Let's go.
This way.
Welcome back from that break. We are still hanging out with Professor Joshua Alabi in his home. As somebody who loves beautiful homes, I have to take a minute to get over the beauty of this home. That when you're climbing up the stairs, I love the little candles, and it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. I love your library.
The library, eh?
This is like a hall of fame.
Yeah, everything. We have a section for the family tree, then the awards, and then the citations.
Let's take a minute to think about this. This is a very long wall.
Yeah.
And the citations cover the whole wall, with surplus.
Yes.
Because the other citations in the actual office that I just didn't find space on the wall.
No. We have a lot. Even I have some in my bedroom.
You have citations in your bedroom?
Yeah, because no space here. But at least we have a lot here. It's okay.
Wow. Prof, how do you feel when you see this wall? How do you feel?
It's refreshing. It's refreshing. Sometimes you tell yourself you did your part, and to some extent there was some recognition, and it's also to serve as some motivation for my children. And they should try to go beyond this. So as I go through them, sometimes I come and I read them one by one, and I feel very refreshed.
I mean, there's everything here. University Choir, All African Students Union, National Union of Ghana Students, CIMG, Businessman of the Year. Everything, there's everything on this wall. You've lived a full life, a full life.
Yeah, wherever you find
Minister,
yourself.
MP, regional minister, leader of the university, like you were the boss at the university.
Yeah.
Just to put it bluntly, everything, really. I don't know where to go that you have any sports administration, everything.
Yeah.
You've done it all.
Yeah.
And you've been successful everywhere that you've been.
By His grace.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, Prof.
It has to take principle. Wherever you are, you work with the standard operating procedures. Right. Systems, they make up institutions. Right. And as much as possible, you live by that and make sure that your colleagues also follow. Once you're able to go with that, I assure you, you'll make it. But where you try to circumvent processes, then you set a bad precedent, and that will be a problem for the institution and for yourself too. Right. So yes, you go by the standard operating procedure. Sometimes people might think you are difficult. People may dislike you for that, of course, when you are trying to be strict on systems, you step on toes a bit, but that should be something that you should not be serious with. You just focus. And when the results start coming out, more people will admire you than those who may think you've done nothing. So just follow the systems, work with the systems.
Right. Yeah. Prof, let's take it all the way back. Let's take it all the way back. The story of your parents, again, another fascinating point for me. I was going to,
My parents?
Yes, your profile, and I saw that your dad is a farmer. Let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah. My father left Accra here, a gunman, for the northern region in Tamale, 1948. 1948. He left the world in 1950, and throughout the 50 years he was in Tamale. He was transferred by an organization called John Holt Battalion, and to help open a branch. He was a mechanic. So whilst in the north, he decided to also go into farming alongside job.
Being a mechanic?
Yeah. And along the line, he was able to use the banks to grow. I remember he went for the loan for a tractor. Then at the end of the year, he was able to pay. Then he went for another loan for 2 more tractors. So by the 9th year, my woman had 9 tractors and 2 big combine harvesters and 2,000 acres of rice land.
Wow.
Very interesting. It was the plane that praised this rice farm. So at a point, he became the national best farmer.
Your father was a national best farmer?
Yeah. And several times, he was a show in the UK. He was the father. My father was an illiterate for the first time taking the plane outside this country. And it was very interesting. He went and came. And
I'm sure you had a lot of stories when he came back.
Yeah, of course. In fact, we had a lot of funny moments. Then at a point, the head of state at that time, that was a military regime, General Achampong, also gave my father grand medal, like what we have now, like Order of the Voter and those things. Grand medal, in recognition of his work as a farmer and his contribution to national development. And I must admit, this also encouraged me.
Right.
So no wonder I also received a national award like Order of the Voter, 2016.
Right.
So what my father did, I've been able to. So there's a lot
You are
of
doing
pressure.
better.
There's a lot of pressure on my children. A lot of pressure.
Right.
Their grandfather, their father, and a lot of pressure on them.
Right.
But always prayers and your commitment to your God and the work is very important.
Right.
But in everything, a successful man, if you are to be called a successful man, then your success comes from your home.
Your home?
Yeah. You know, if you have confusion in your home, I tell you, when you go out to work, when you close, you don't like to come home. You go to the beer bar and be drinking. So as much as possible, you make your home quite, lively for yourselves. So at any point in time, you feel you want to come home. Where you have peace in the home, you all be very, fresh enough to go and sit behind your desk to work because you are free. That's why in the US, when election time, they talk of family values.
Right.
It's key. It's key in everything. I think I was also lucky to have a good partner and who also supported me. We support each other. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to tell me that you have a serene home. I can see that you have a serene home. I mean, if you allow me, I'll just come and sit around and, you know.
Oh, I have a spare room.
Enjoy the serenity that there is here.
I have a spare room.
But immediately I've taken that and I've put it right here. I'm keeping that one with me. You know, a good home, a peaceful home, you know, as a necessary base for everything that you do. But forgive me, I like to take lessons as how do you keep it peaceful? How do you keep it, you know, especially for somebody so busy like yourself. You're managing a university, you're managing sports, you're into politics, and you went all the way with politics, with the NDC. You went all the way, you know. I mean, we'll talk about that when we get there, but you had actually wanted to lead in terms of running the party. So you went all the way to the very top of, you know, that political ladder.
Attempted, yes.
Well, you know, but then how do you keep the home serene? How?
Yeah. I've said this somewhere, even I was invited to give a lecture at one of the the churches in Ghana. And I gave that advice as well. No? If in running the home, for me, your wife takes 95% of the decisions and you take 5%.
Oh, I love that.
In running the home. So, for example, why should I argue with my wife when she tells me to change my shirt? There's nothing wrong. Let me change it and go. Why do I have to argue when she tells me she's going to cook this for the day, you know, and because of what do you call it, good health. And my wife likes a lot of leaves, and I'm not used to that, but I'm forced to eat it, and that is peaceful, you know, because the idea is to keep me healthy, even though it's not well with my taste, you know. So there are a lot of things that you allow your wife to take decisions about 95%, and you take 5%. Now I tell people the 5% is about the finances of the family, right? Because you are supposed to protect the family financially. Of course, I know some ladies will say, no, this is not
as independent women.
But I believe that you must be in a position to protect your family financially, so that the family expenditure mostly must be very much interested, very, very much interested. So, beautiful ladies, you like beautiful things, and you know your income, and your wife suggests that let's go for this, and you check the income and you can afford, be strong.
Right.
Because the next time you can't buy food on the table, you see that the whole family will be disorganized.
Right.
So you plan it. So I saw it, you know, you are taken to the first university where you go to your preparatory course, and that has to do with the language.
Right.
So I was taken to Ukraine. Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union at that time, yeah. And we had a university called the Kharkov State University. I was taken there for a year for the language. From there, after 1 year, then I was posted to the capital, Moscow, to a school called Moscow Institute of National Economy. It's now called the Russian Economic University, Moscow Institute of National Economy, where I did my master's in industrial economics. Now, life was quite interesting there. Winter -40, and the difference is about -1, -2, also. And we're in -40, and it was lively. But
it was lively.
It was lively. We're enjoying it. You know, -40 without a wind is manageable. -10 with wind, man. And in Moscow, you don't need a freezer or a fridge in your room during the winter season. You buy meat and you hang it through the window, and it's okay.
You buy meat?
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay. It is -40. And the freezer.
So literally you live in a freezer?
Well, we have the heaters in the room, you know, so in the lecture halls we have the heaters. So that is...
and so you say it was lively?
It was lively, you know.
Right.
The snow, sometimes you walk and you fall, you get up, because you see, sometimes it's slippery, right? So as you walk, you have to calculate your steps very well.
Right.